My name is Tertiary. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Not now, right now.
A brief background about my music history would be I started performing when I was 10 years old, and I initially started with rapping, and then I moved into singing and instrumentation and audio engineering and all that as well.
I love it that I did what I did when I did what I did when I did it with her. If you want it, go and
Well, from an early age, I really understood that music really drove me and pushed me to do certain things. The first time I ever took it seriously was when I was 10, and I decided to do a talent show. And while practicing, I start feeling, I guess, the energy that most people feel when they do anything artistic and how it relates to their life.
drive-through fast food. Not now, right now.
I always loved writing before I even got into music at all. I just loved the whole process, the re-editing and everything. So when I had finally started writing my own verses, and the first time I performed, it just became so apparent that I needed to be doing that for the rest of my life.
A moment of the pain never made me hate my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure.
I always had to work every day of my life.
Pleasureless when I get on my level, my level.
If I wasn't honing my skills or practicing talents, performing in front of people, I was working to raise money to go to the studio, riding the bus for an hour, getting off, walking 30 minutes to go to the studio, dealing with at-home drama on top of all that, trying to persevere through all this, keeping myself motivated. Really, I just wanted to make sure I stayed true to myself throughout all that. So the process of growing up really helped me shave off the fat of what it really didn't need to be there in my music.
What I live, what I is, what I is, what I is with the word.
I took the tertiary aspect from the term tertiary deviance, which derives from sociology, and it really just means taking a person's deviant status and trying to portray a non-deviant status over top of that. Someone who's African American who rocks an afro, because to the larger society, afros are like way it looks unkept, and it kind of brings like a pro-black activist type of like lifestyle behind it. And some people, it discourages them away from that, but for people who are African American, afro is a symbolism of power and pride and respect for your culture.
Feeling hungry, what I do.
I definitely talk about different social issues, whether it be something regarding race or something regarding gender, and I just want people to understand across cultures how to speak to people and how the cultures interact with one another and how we're looked at large as a society to the world outside of us. I've seen a lot of people really come up to me after seeing me perform or hearing my music and contact me and say, I love this line, or I love that you said this about that. Like, no one talks about these kind of concepts, mainstream or independent, which really makes me feel like I am making a change in society because people have something to walk away from my music with.
What I did when I did it with her.
My Uncle Freddie always told me, when I was in school anyway, this was the best advice I got at that time. He said, just make sure you get an education. He was in the army and stuff, and he didn't go to higher education or anything, but he understood the importance of it, and he understood that he didn't have the opportunity or means to do so, and he knew that me attending college would make a difference not only for me, for our family, because us continuing going to college makes all the difference in the world, because once you learn about the world, you can actually make a difference.
Boy, it's alright. The slow grind's a steady pace. Don't think it comes so easy.
Instant gratification.